What's up, class? It's Timothy Koeller here. You probably have seen me in discussion forums. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you and review the book Rachel Carson, Silent Springs.
Ooh, kill him! Ooh, kill him!
And let's dig into it. This book really covers a lot of the chemicals that were being used at this time, including DDT. At this time, there was world wars going on and different chemicals being used. And at this time, scientists actually manipulated and used the chemicals and altered them to their likings to actually fight different insects and plants that they didn't like. And then big corporations would take that and sell this idea to get rid of different insects and animals that they didn't like. But the whole downfall part about it is they didn't think about the repercussion part of it, which later to find out wasn't that good. This idea of like a perfect world to people, telling them that they could have no insects, no bugs, no plants that they didn't like. People bought into it, and they didn't think at the time, well, hey, how could this harm us or the environment itself? And then we found out that in the end, it had a long-term effect on just the environment itself, such as killing fish, rabbits, squirrels, farmers' cattle. All suffered a big deal from these ecological damages from use of the chemicals. So at this time, biologists didn't have the funding really to go out and research it, because a lot of people just wanted to use the chemicals. So they'd spend 200,000+ on the chemicals, but only have like a couple $1,000s fund for biologists to actually study the repercussion part of it. And at this time, nobody really cared. They just wanted to use more and more and more in the Midwest area. Carson actually mentions a natural impact way that you can control the environment and not use the chemicals, I guess, essentially. So this natural way would be the predator versus the prey, right? The predator will go and hunt the prey, which would be the insect or the plant that you didn't like, and then it would control essentially the population. And this natural way actually had no repercussions. It was natural. Both techniques were used, but essentially the chemical was used more than the natural way, and just depending on which state you lived in, apparently. And so in the end, the chemical area, which would be more of the Midwest, was hurt the most for long-term purposes, because the chemicals embedded themselves into our natural water, in the soil, and really hurt the environment in those ways, because it's not like it goes away overnight. It actually embeds into our tissue, animals' tissue. After use of these chemicals up to the 1964 years, people started cracking down on it more, and then people actually started to become sick from it, which led to them getting, I guess, looked into more for different legislative acts to be used against the big corporations to help regulate how much they use and have more safety precautions before use and after use. A lot of things spoke out to me in this book in both positive and negative ways, but the thing that I liked the most about this book was the natural way that we can control the environment by using predators to hunt the prey to help control the prey's population. My overall impression of this book was, I liked the book, but it was just, I don't know, it was bashing so hard on everybody about this time of the use of chemicals. And I guess from my perspective, I didn't understand why people would use so many chemicals if they knew in the end that it wasn't working at all to help. And I'm surprised that, you know, they didn't use the different natural ways to begin with after finding out that the chemicals were just harming. But I guess once you start something, it's hard to end it whenever you got the money to back it up. So I just remembered from a day-to-day basis now that money is a driving factor, and if you're in a lower percentage, then you're not gonna get too much of a voice in this world. Guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was pretty cool making it, and I hope you all had a great semester too in this class. Again, thank you, and see you all around.